Yo, people. Hi, my name is Druid, Drew1D, or you can just call me Cole, Cole. And I'm just going to be making a kick from scratch, just straight through from beginning to end, just because I feel like that's probably the best way to learn how to do it. And it gives me a chance to really explain anything that I'm doing, where my head's at. So, alright, let's minimize me. Why yeah, I'm over here. Oh yeah, rabbit hole. Alright, let's dive in. Kick two. Let's pull it up. Alright. So this is the default. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the click tracks. But we're gonna work from default here. And you can see that over here there's already an envelope. So let's just get rid of it. Alright, that's good enough. So you go into this pitch tab, and basically what this shows you is how fast it's taking a sine wave from a high frequency down to a low one. And that's what creates the percussive effect, is it going from a high frequency to a low one really quickly. And so this point that you can't see probably because I am in the top left, it's your start point, and it just shows you how high the frequency you want it to be is. So when it's up higher, you can hear that it's more clicky. Down here, just duller, right? So like lo-fi kicks or something probably wouldn't go too far up here unless you're filtering it out later. Today I'm going to go around there. And this release is bugging me. So I'm just going to go ahead and shape that envelope a little bit. Alright. So the whole balance here in the beginning is the amplitude and the pitch envelope. So I like to work with like 4 or so points. Let's level out around where most of our bases are gonna end up, which is F. So you can see here that it's ending at F, and this is where it's going after. So I'm just gonna maybe go down a little bit. Now we got something kind of zappy. Now it's just these 2 points, and maybe even the start point that you're gonna like mess up. So if you have it out here to right there, that's gonna extend it to where it sounds. The beginning of it sounds really zappy because it's going slower. You can hear the pitch going from high to low much slower. So you can hear the zap. But if you kind of integrate that in, you can make a nice punch and a nice body. So I'm sorry if this is super disruptive, that I'm machine gunning your ears, but it's really important that you listen for things and listen more and act less with drums and just mixing decisions in general, or just small detail kind of things like making drums. just listen more, do less, right? Boom. Got something. This sounds like a kick, to be honest, but go back into the amplitude. Alright, now that we've got a good fundamental place to start from, let's add in two different kinds of sounds. So right now, all we've got without this is a sine wave that's pitched up, and creates most of the kick, right? That's like the whole thing, pretty much. But now we need a tail, and we also need a click. And so the click is going to add a lot of punch to the beginning. You can hear, let's go to clicks. What I'm looking for is that, to where it adds like, almost sounds like a hi-hat. Some people will layer hi-hats in too, so definitely experiment with that. And there's even a hat section, I forgot about that. You would just take down the length, right? So, mute. Right. Boom. You can also mess with the pitch. Alright, now I want a high-end like tail layer. So with this, it's usually not on the clicks. I like to go to the house section usually. Oh shit. That's fine. And I high pass. So it's just letting the high end through. So that's what HP means. It's kind of a nice one. So now we've got a little more character built into the sample, right? So we've got before, tail, right? You can hear it. And click, right? Without, with. Without both. Now let's mix in the yeah, that's probably enough. So without, with. And it's just fuller. That's a good place to work from, right? So it's got like everything you would really want. And a nice fundamental kick, right? Bounce 3 of those. I'm just gonna see which comes out cleanest. So you can see when you're here that they're like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe some when they're recorded are a little different when recording, because sometimes plugins aren't completely consistent, and I just see which one's best, right? Every time I bounce, like a playable one, I just play it in a few times. Let's see. Might just be my weird paranoia. It probably is. But for other stuff, like if you have processing compressors and stuff, sometimes it'll react differently. So I'm going to go in. You want to make sure that it starts right at the beginning of the kick of the waveform, and boom, consolidate, and it will already normalize it for you as long as you consolidate into its own clip. So a nice workflow tip is, alright, what do we can call this? You just click on the name of the file over here, and it pops up in this top left situation. Streamy kick. I'm with my stream though, you know. It's gonna be YouTube kick 1. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Alright, so kicks. Sorry, my girlfriend just texted me. She's still texting me. Hello, baby. Oh, she'll be home soon. Great. So, where is that kick we just made? Down there, YouTube kick. I like to create a folder for each process that I do this in. So it's called YouTube kick. I'm going to drag this down to under the kick processes folder. I made a folder for these. And boom, YouTube kick. There's the folder. Drag YouTube kick 1 into YouTube kick. And you do this every time you consolidate or bounce something down. Or, you know what I mean, like freeze and flatten, because you want to have a variety of kicks, and also you want to be able to go back to less processed versions if you're, say, layering your own drums with some other drums, you know? You want to be able to make those decisions as to like what effects have been added, and so that's why I like to do that. Often when I'm designing drums, I'll just have sessions where I go back into the earlier stages of some of these kicks and then just start doing that, you know, and end up with some really cool stuff. So I got this right now, and it's normalized, it's saved. First thing I'm going to do is EQ it. So first thing I'm hearing is that I don't really like how transienty that punch, that high end or whatever, I'll show you. It's a little too much. And so basically what processing kicks and drums is all about is being able to hear and isolate frequencies that you're hearing in your ears and be able to physically adjust them to where they need to be, right? It's just a constant balance game. So 4. After. Much better, much more mellow. We go to -3. Perfect, right? Another thing I like to do is, ooh, I'll show you this. So overdrive is huge for drums, because you can turn up this dry wet all the way and kind of grab this band. You get a whole frequency range of distortion that you can kind of pick a tone and blend it in, right? So you start from bottom, none of it, all of it, right? So pick something that you need out of your kick and then blend it in a little bit, right? I'm going to have a play then. Maybe around there. So without, with, without, tons of character, just from that. So I love that tool. And then I like to go to Glue Compressor. I've already got a Kick Beef preset, because it's a pain in the ass to set it up every time. So the way I did that is, you see this here, this little save icon here. You click it once you've got your settings, and then it'll pop up on the top left, right? So Kick Beef, you want to override it, okay, boom. So we got Kick Beef open. I've turned soft clipping on because that's what will make it not go above 0 decibels. And also, really the main reason is that it distorts it when it goes past 0 decibels. And it just gives it a soft curve for the distortion. I've got the attack on 10 because it's letting just the transient through. You can kind of hear it, right? So if I just exaggerate, it's just letting the transient through. Right, so we can put it at a reasonable place, probably around there. I like to have the release pretty long. I don't know why. Experiment with that yourself, but alright, so now that you're at this stage, what I would do is go back into your EQ and start making like tone moves, because affecting an EQ running into distortion is going to give you an entirely different tone. So you're kind of just controlling how the distortion is going to sound, right? So I can hear something poking out around there. Boom. So let's go before and after all these plugins. Before, really zappy, huge. more kick-like, more character. Alright, let's bounce this. So again, this is where I personally would save it. I would consolidate it, because you can see down here that now it's normalized itself in the clip that you saved, right? So the clip that you did there, that will be normalized. Once you drag it in, it's normalized. Alright, cool. Drag this into YouTube Kick. I would name it YouTube Kick 2. And boom. Now we've got that kick and that kick. And they're closely related. So they're probably going to sound good in a song together. If you want more variation in the tone of your kick, you know, really useful. So we've got this. What else can I show you? I think maybe now is the time to show you the vocoder trick. So grab your vocoder, and I have the carrier set to enhance. I think it just makes it higher quality. And go under carrier and click noise. And click your bands and take it all the way down to 4. And then take the 2 bands here all the way down. So it's only kind of mid and high end information of the noise coming through. And you can hear that it's letting white noise come through. And I've only got, you know, that's with the low. And then now I've only got high end. You can copy my default settings, because I think I messed with them. So you got release. If you take that down, it just reacts to the kick a little quicker. So that's what that fluttering is. So turning down a dry wet, where you just mixing it in is a good move. But also you want to bring down these bands. To a comfortable place. And mess with the release. Without. Just sounds like a clean kick. Sine wave, maybe a little character in there. Now. Boom. Clean kick, right? Maybe even 11%. Real subtle. Boom. Now, we've got this kick. So consolidate it. Bring it back here. YouTube kick 3. Slowly getting beefier, right? And that's the real advantage here. Now I'm going to show you a plugin. Okay, you don't need this plugin to create drums like I've just showed you, but it definitely can help add to your drums. So once you're here, disperser, okay? Baby, I'm making a tutorial. So just take down the pinch and down the amount. to just to barely around there. And the frequency is really important. Sorry, I lost track a little bit of my mind. My girlfriend just got here. But you just go into this frequency, this controls it, and we know that the fundamental of our kick is F, because that's where we made it to, right? So you can click a multiple of F. So this is F3 that's doing this right now. A little more exaggerated. This is kind of delaying the pitch envelope of that certain frequency. I think that's how it's working, but it's delaying what's happening a bit. But you can see in here, without, huge difference. There's a lot more body. Go to F2. Without, a little. I'm just going to go very subtle here though. Still adds quite a lot of high end. Bounce that. I'm going to show you what that did. Kind of made it a little longer. So, yeah, you can see that this is kind of going down and then up a little first. And that's kind of the delaying of the pitch envelope happening right there. So, let's do that. That sounds good to me. Let's consolidate it. Boom. YouTube kick 4. And now I've got 4 kicks that I can go back and process differently each time. And that's really the advantage of doing this, is because you can go back to these under-processed ones and then like layer another kick. Maybe it was a rock kick. Take the low end out of it. And then just add in the high end or something. Just a little character, you know. Just resample that, I guess. Boom. Crop it down to its own little neat little clip. And it's almost there. It does delay it a little bit if you resample, so be mindful of that. So there's another kick. It goes 1. They're very subtle differences, so they'll work together in a tune. So that's my kind of mindset. Sometimes once I have these full-bodied kicks, I'll go back and I will do something like this. I'll put a low-pass filter or something. And then maybe like a vocoder noise trick or something, you know. I need to redo this preset, but now it's that, right? So it's a little more dull. It's got a little noise that you can run through like some analog emulations, and it'll kind of make it sound more analog and more lo-fi. Alright, so big dubstep kick, lo-fi kick. Big kick, lo-fi. Alright, so I think that's all I wanted to cover. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I see it. Yeah, it can be slow sometimes, but hopefully that's quick. And leave recommendations as to like what other topics you want me to go over and what other sounds you'd like me to design. I want to just do like a series of this where I'm just kind of making sounds from scratch, so you can just see my decision making process. Because a lot of people are just like, this is what you're supposed to do. I just want to show you an approach, how I would go around about like trying to make it happen, and the fundamentals behind that. Gives me more time to talk too. So I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please subscribe, because I will be doing a lot more videos in the future. And please like it so that I will be in the algorithm someday. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.